My recent deep dive into How Not to Be Wrong by Jordan Ellenberger got me curious about the math behind Abraham Wald's thinking, and to be honest, none of it made sense. It felt like trying to decode machine language for the most part. Just squiggly lines and symbols and variables flying everywhere. For something rooted in common sense, it doesn't exactly look common. So I decided to explore it. I jumped onto Google Gemini and started asking all kinds of questions, one after another. And the best thing, it never judged me. I could ask 20 questions of the same question, and it would still try to explain it. That's how I realized how powerful AI can be when it comes to experiencing the joy of mathematics. It feels less like a one-shot chance to understand or just fall behind as you typically do when you're in a classroom setting. Even though I still hit some roadblocks, I began to see some light through the fog. To understand Wald's ideas, I had to understand math, the math under the hood, basic probability and statistics, algebra and calculus, linear algebra. Now that's a mountain, so I started to work from the base, which in this case was algebra. Algebra is supposed to be the starting point of everything else. It's the language of mathematical relationships, the bridge to everything else. I began working through Khan Academy exercises, and it was through that something clicked for me. Math is not just a system of abstract thinking, it's also a great system for naming variables and understanding how they relate to each other. And when you think of it that way, even those weird symbols and squiggly lines start to make a bit more sense. Let's say, for example, I'm doing a 5K. Inside me is an energy reserve over time and distance. That energy is being consumed while I'm running. Algebra gives me a way to describe that process. So let's say my total energy is E, distance is a variable D, and time is a variable T. So you might write a formula that looks like E equals F bracket D times T. That's called a function statement. It simply means energy is a function of distance and time. In other words, how much energy I burn depends on how far and how long I'm running. This might sound technical, but it's actually quite intuitive. If I run faster, I burn more energy. If I take longer, maybe say at a slower pace, that rate might be slower. The key idea is that energy isn't just a number, it's part of a relationship between variables. And that's what algebra does. It helps us describe how changing one thing affects another. So this gave me some sort of perspective shift. Looking at math this way helps me bring it down to earth. Now, I may never be someone like Abraham Wald, who lives in a world of pure abstraction, but if I can see even a fraction of what he saw, maybe I can start to make sense of things in my world. Now, if you've ever looked at math problems and thought, where does this show up in my life? You are not alone. But I'm learning that math isn't just about solving problems, it's for seeing relationships. And that's something all of us do every day. Let me know in the comments, what's one basic concept you're trying to make real in your life? Stay tuned for more. For some